You're doing everything right, but clients still aren't coming. You've built the website, created the social media profiles, and maybe you're even doing outreach and marketing consistently. Yet somehow, the clients just aren't showing up. So what's actually going wrong? Is there a problem with your service? Is your offer not strong enough? Or is there something wrong with the way you're presenting your agency?
In this video, we're going to break down some of the most common reasons agencies struggle to get clients, even when it feels like you're doing everything right. By the end, you'll have a much clearer understanding of what's holding your agency back and what you should focus on fixing first. So let's get started. The first reason you might not be getting clients is your offer and positioning. Now, this doesn't always mean your service is bad. In fact, many people have useful and valuable services, but they still struggle to get clients because they haven't positioned it properly.
For example, if you say, "I do web design," it sounds very general. A client may not immediately understand why they should choose you. But if you say, "I help real estate businesses get more leads through high-converting websites," it becomes much clearer. Now the focus is on a result, not just a service. That small shift in positioning changes everything. Another important point is your niche. If you try to target everyone, you usually end up connecting with no one. But when you clearly define who you help, your message becomes stronger and easier to understand. Then comes your offer itself. Ask yourself a simple question. If a client sees your service, is it instantly clear what problem you solve for them? Because in most cases, clients don't buy services, they buy outcomes. They want more leads, more sales, more visibility, or more time saved. If your offer doesn't clearly communicate that, people will lose interest, even if the service is good. So before you focus on outreach or marketing, make sure you get this part right first. Are you targeting the right niche? Are you solving a clear and valuable problem? And is your offer easy to understand in a few seconds? Because sometimes the problem isn't what you're selling, it's how you're saying it.
The second reason you might not be getting clients is not your service, but the way your agency looks and feels to other people. Because before a client ever talks to you, they check you. They look at your website, they check your social media, they look at your profile, your content, and your overall presence. And in just a few seconds, they decide one thing: can I trust this person or not? Now, here's the problem. Even if your service is good, if your presentation doesn't build trust, most people will simply move on.
That's why your website matters. It doesn't need to be complicated, but it needs to be clear. Who you help, what you do, and what result you deliver should be easy to understand at first glance. The same goes for your social media. If someone lands on your profile, it should feel like a real business, not just a random page. A simple bio, a clear service description, and some basic content can already make a big difference. Then comes your portfolio or case studies. Even if you're just starting out, you can still show examples, mock projects, or early results. Because people don't just buy services, they buy proof. And without proof, even a good service feels risky. So the goal here is simple. When someone looks at your agency, they should immediately feel, this looks professional, and this looks like they know what they're doing. Because if that feeling is missing, most people won't even give you a chance. And in most cases, you don't lose clients because of your service, you lose them before they even talk to you. The third reason you might not be getting clients is simple. Not enough people are actually seeing your agency. Because even if your offer is good, and even if your presentation is strong, none of it matters if no one knows you exist. At the end of the day, clients don't come randomly. They come from somewhere. It could be outreach, content, referrals, paid ads, funnels, or SEO. But there is always a source of attention. And if that source is weak or inconsistent, your client flow will be weak too. This is where most people get stuck. They try outreach for a few days, get no response, and stop. Or they post content for a week and give up because nothing happens. But client acquisition is not about doing it once or twice. It's about consistency over time. You need to be present where your potential clients are. If they are on LinkedIn, you show up there. If they are on Instagram, you show up there. If cold outreach works in your niche, you do it properly and consistently. And on the other side, there are more scalable systems like paid ads and funnels. Paid ads can work very well, but only if your offer is already clear and your positioning is strong. Because ads don't fix a weak message, they just amplify it. Funnels work the same way. Instead of going straight for the sale, you warm people up first. Awareness, then interest, then conversion. But whether it's outreach, content, ads, or funnels, The principle stays the same. Visibility creates opportunity, and without visibility, even the best offer will struggle to get attention.
So the real question is not, am I trying to get clients? The real question is, am I consistently putting my agency in front of the right people through the right channels? Because when people start seeing you repeatedly, trust builds naturally, and that's when clients start coming in. And that's really the full picture. Most people think getting clients is complicated, but when you break it down, it usually comes down to just a few key things: your offer, your trust and presentation, and your visibility. If you fix even one of these properly, you'll start seeing changes. And if you fix all three, getting clients becomes much more consistent and predictable. So instead of overthinking or jumping from one strategy to another, focus on building these foundations properly. Because once your system is clear, clients stop feeling random and start becoming a process. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.